the
I can tell
Oscar
you the
Schmidt
story.
manly?
I can tell you the story on that. Gary's gonna say that he gave Alicia money for it.
No, he didn't.
I'm just gonna tell you, Gary's gonna say he did.
Well, he didn't.
No, I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna say he did.
Well, I'm going to say, well, it wasn't Alicia's to give you. It was mine. I bought that.
Yep.
And, well, she gave it to me. Well, no, I let you borrow it.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard he gave it to Clint Nelson.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I hadn't heard that, but I wouldn't doubt it. I hadn't seen it in a
It's supposed
house.
to be Joey's house, he said. Because I asked him about it. I said, I'm going to learn how to work on playing that manly. Can I get it back? This is Joey's house. Can you get it back? I never got it.
Now, if you want to, you can hit this button here on this. No, not on that. You can hit this button here.
The Roku button?
If you want to, you can go to
YouTube.
home,
You can go to YouTube.
and it should already be logged into my YouTube channel. So when it comes on,
You got
you
nothing.
got the sound all the way down.
Okay. How about if I just mute it? There's a mute button on here.
Yes, that'll work as well as that. Do what? You can go, honey. You take my car.
Go where?
Oh, I that. Yeah, that.
Okay. I got to tell you that French vanilla coffee from Great Value is not as good as the one we got from Dollar General. It's much stronger. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, well, you know the one from Dollar General, when you poured it in the cup, it was all creamy looking? This ain't. This is black. Because it ain't showing up over there either. Yeah.
I ain't live on Facebook. I'm not having that
But
button yet.
we should be live on YouTube.
We should be that video.
You go see. Need to go do something with that because it should be on there.
I sit there. I mean, it was a good picture too.
I saw it. You sent me a picture of it.
Settings. I know I'm logged in. But it's not quite right.
Uh-huh.
I want to slow down. My home, that should come right up. There it
Gotcha.
is. Son of a gun.
Click on it. Click on
I
it.
did.
There's our confidence monitor. It's a little lag.
Well, that's because I'm running two places at one time.
You're frozen. Oh, now you're not frozen.
We got confidence monitor. Well, I like that up just so I know what shot I'm on. Yeah. And I can.
Yeah.
I did that. I want to make sure that I've got it over here. I supposed to have got that Google Drive. I should have a new folder in there, WD&G. You know, I should have AQR. Home.
We can do picture in a picture.
What do you mean?
crap? What is that?
That's me having this movie.
Oh. I didn't unplug it. I don't know how that happened.
Hey, nothing to do with it. I was at the movies.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Russ, I don't swear.
Director Comey, I appreciate your willingness.
Right there, I've already got a problem with it.
Director Comey,
Right there.
I
Director Comey.
appreciate your willingness to appear
Oh, I
before
know.
the
It's not
Who, what's he the director of?
I'm even showing the man some respect. He might have got fired, but he pissed off the president. How dumb can you be? You can get on your high horse if you want to. But when you piss off the president, he's in charge.
He's the big, yeah, he's the head chief, top dog, the big banana.
Yep.
Why do I have that? Oh, I don't know if I have that or not. I need to put up a picture of, if I'm gonna do that. I need a picture. Just a picture.
Draw me, draw me.
I want a picture of my beautiful face.
I think I'm not gonna steal this bird and go home and make me some stuff, but I am.
Yeah, you said that for 3 weeks. You told stories. That's why that's gone, Rusty, you freaking moron.
Yep, you all know, Mama.
Oh my gosh, how can I be so stupid sometimes?
Because you come to us.
No, because I don't think before I do shit.
I usually
It
do that
causes-
without thinking.
It causes me trouble.
Every time.
It caused me trouble and mayhem. Cause see, I wanted to have my Comey stuff over here,
Uh-huh.
so I said I'll just put my NQR folder into the Google Drive, and
Yeah.
then it's available wherever I want it.
Right.
But when you use your NQR folder for other stuff,
I'm listening.
then it's no longer there.
Oh, it ain't.
Yeah, like see, like that's where all my stuff is. So I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna come back out here and paste it out here, and then it'll be back where it was, plus there, and then all my other stuff will be there. So now I can just go, like I said, and look for it. There's Chase. Well, we got lots of audience today. Y'all bring your chairs.
Bring your lawn chairs.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Have a fit.
Make us some steaks.
Make us some steaks.
Not mistakes.
Mistakes.
Steaks.
Steaks.
The mail didn't run yet. I'm just saying, the mail did not run.
That boy's an idiot. I love him. He's my idiot.
No, I checked it yesterday. No, I didn't. That was something for you, but I figured it wasn't important.
He's waiting on his.
Check.
Yep. No, his flipping what was that?
Oh.
That's see these pictures. I don't want to just.
Well, change it to where you can see them.
I can't.
You can't.
Controlling, scrolling.
That's my picture right there.
Yep.
just
I made
did.
me a good one out of it though. We can do this. If I take that one. And do okay. I'll make that work.
I don't see it.
Looking.
Oh God, is that us back there? Who needs a green screen when you got that kind of stuff?
Skill, fit, and then we're just gonna take that top, just like that. That's all I want.
Take that video and audio test out.
I can't. That's a picture. I don't feel like making a new picture.
Okay.
They put it on there, then there we go.
Check one. We're on the air.
Yep.
It's coming through.
Now, if I take this, if you'll pay attention, you'll learn something.
I'm learning stuff.
You see right there is that's the chat box right there. So I take that over on that side and move it over just like that. Then I don't worry about seeing that stuff, but I can also see who's on the chat.
And we don't have to worry about doing anything because
No.
we're not actually on there. It's just a
That's
picture.
right. That's just us getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
And people click on it and they're gonna get that, and then they're gonna hear us.
Well, I ain't saying nothing right now.
Well,
Maybe a little bit.
We are good to go.
Not much. Let me see if I'm working. Check. Oh my God. Yep, I'm pretty loud in there. Check. I ain't as loud now.
That's because it turns you down. I mean, turn the headphones down.
Oh. Check. 1 2. Check. 1 2. I'm in there. All right, buddy.
We're rolling.
Oh,
We
man.
are 53 minutes away from airtime. 53 minutes away from airtime.
Yeah.
Here.
Here.
Check this real quick.
Okay. I'll check it. I don't see it.
Director Comey, I appreciate your willingness to appear before the committee today. Director Comey, I appreciate your willingness to appear before the committee today, and more importantly, I thank you for your dedicated service and leadership to the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
What was that?
Yeah. And that's the shot I'm going to want to go to. I want my long shot. I like that shot. It's got my princess thing in it over yonder. We're not trying to impress nobody today, are we?
No.
Okay. That's the only thing I got left to figure out.
What?
I got to figure out how to get my keyboards and stuff over here closer to me. And I ain't come up with a good idea yet, but I will.
You got a wireless keyboard for it?
I got it right here. Oh. See?
Nope.
Pop music.
Talk
That's
about.
daddy music. And some pop music. I was thinking,
That is pop's music.
but that would be a different music.
It's a good genre.
It's a great genre of music that we play.
Pop music. That'd be kind of cool. We're gonna play some pop music today. Kind of obscure, but you'll understand.
I like this one.
Nothing.
It's because I got the monitors cut off.
I know.
Unless you hit the stereo, and I have no desire to hit the stereo. Hey, gang.
Nobody's out there.
You. What does that say? Permalink? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Man, alright, let's do this. I got time. Goodbye. Goodbye. I said goodbye. I said good day.
That's gonna go off in a minute.
See, this is what I'm saying. This I don't like this. I got too much freaking mixer, which I need for band practice, but don't need for this.
You don't need that big of a mixer for band practice.
And if Ryan had time off and could come down here and help design me something, then if I was to pay for the lumber to build it, he would build it for me. There's no, I tell you, it would even be better than Ryan at that. That's that old guy that he works with. He wouldn't be better than Ryan, but he's good.
Is he?
Yeah, he's good.
Ronnie's dad.
Ronnie's dad. Now Ryan, of course, what Ryan would do, he would make an exquisite piece of furniture. That's what Ryan would do, and that's. You can't beat Ryan for that crap, man. The boy is amazing.
He is amazing. He can do stuff that you don't think can be done.
He does it. I don't know how he does it. He's a good guy.
He used to be a hoss. Now he slowed down some.
Yeah, he's slowed down a little bit since I've known him over the past 5 years.
Yeah. Well, buddy, he used to be a hoss.
He ain't, son. He ain't no joke.
No, he ain't no
He
joke.
ain't no joke.
Hit the 50-gallon water heater on his back, climb up a ladder, put it, and I'm just climb up a ladder with it. I'm like, good God, I can't even climb a ladder, much less that something weighs 250 pounds.
Oh heck, let's just do this. Why? I wonder if he'll let me do that. Import file. Import. That's Twain. No, it won't. I could just take another picture right now and just stick it up. I tell you what we'll do. Let's just do this. It ain't got to be all of that and a bag of chips. So we'll just take my We'll just do that right there. Just save that file. Save. Save as. Us one. Us a. Okay, one. Save PNG. Save. Close that. Bring that back up. Go back over here. Delete that. Delete that. Add the shot. Image carousel. New. Where's my thing? I gotta have my thing.
I don't know where it's at.
There it is.
It?
Yep. Think you are. That's the one I want. Open. That's not the one I want.
Nope, that's not the one I want.
Think you are. Open. That's the one I want. Okay. Blue. That's it. What the heck? There.
Able to hear me? 1 2 1 2. There he is. Hey Billy, good morning, buddy. We're just getting ready for the show. We ain't on the air yet, but we're working on it. I am trying to get this thing to work right, and it appears to be working right.
Quite right.
Yeah, it's not quite right, but we're working on it. Show don't start until 8 o'clock. But you can come on down. If you want to, Billy, you come on down. We're at 178 West South Winds Drive in Newport. We're just right around the corner from you. 178 West South Winds Drive, and bring cheese biscuits.
Yeah, and a coffee cup.
And a coffee cup. We got coffee. You can bring your own cup, and I'll hook you up with a cup of coffee. Billy Morning is my hero. There's so much to remember in getting what you want on the air, and make sure that when it transforms, everything happens. And if you forget, I mean, you have to assign each camera shot its own audio. And if you forget to do that,
You don't get audio.
it don't get audio. Whether it's a picture or it doesn't matter. Huckleberry Mud Flaps. I stuck that up there because
We like them.
we like them guys. We're gonna
Their
go
service
that.
good.
We're gonna go to that concert tonight.
Yeah.
It
They got a concert, Harker's Island.
no, it's February 21st. Oh, it went away.
Dang it. February 21st?
Yeah, I know we missed it.
Ah, dang it. That's a long time away.
We ain't got here yet.
Oh. That's my sister and my pop. It's my pop and his pop.
And his mama.
Yeah.
That's Grandma Callie.
Yep. Good cook. That's two ugly people.
That's me, beautiful me. Oh man,
That's a crazy man.
yeah, buddy. He was the best. You should have seen me that day. It was just me and him there. Alice had gone somewhere, and we were sitting on the porch. I said, Papa, why don't you go jump on my motorcycle? He said, I'll do it.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but back when I had that Enduro, that Yamaha Enduro, in the backyard, he did the same thing. I got a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah, I remember him on Donnie Wynn's motorcycle at the gas station, at the Gant station in Beaufort. And when he jumped the curb and run out into traffic, that was some funny crap. That was funny.
You remember the story about when he rode a motorcycle in Germany?
Oh yeah, Harley.
Went down the cobblestone road sideways.
Yep.
Busted them all up.
But then again, he shot himself in the leg. So how much can you depend on that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Me neither.
But he's a crazy man. Love him to death. Love him after death.
Yeah, sure. Can't get over him.
Yeah.
Ain't one of me can't get over.
Yeah. We played a tune together.
Oh my gosh. Lisa Wilson has joined in. Hey Lisa, we're just getting ready for today's show. We're just getting ready. We got about 33 minutes before we
What are you doing up so early
go on the
anyway?
air.
Are you
Hey.
cooking breakfast?
Lisa, could you bring us a cheese biscuit?
I want one without cheese, just a biscuit.
I want cheese biscuit.
Maybe
Cheese.
some ham in it. That'd be
Cheese
good.
biscuit.
A ham biscuit. That'd be good. Or a steak biscuit. Even from Bojangles, that'd be good. With some hash browns or potato rounds or whatever they call them. They got onions in them. February 21st. Admission was what?
I don't know.
I told you right there. $2. Dang it. They were cheap back then.
$2 to go see Huckleberry
$2
Mudflap.
to go see Huckleberry Mudflap. I paid $5 now.
Shelby graduates this morning. Oh my gosh! You tell Shelby that is flipping awesome. And Terry, hey Terry. Now I don't know when I see like Terry's name come up there, Terry Grimes. I don't know if it's her or Ricky. Called
Yeah, they go by the same.
they sneaky.
Yeah,
They sneaky.
yeah. They like the transgender thing.
Yeah. And gang, we're not we're just getting ready for the show. We come out here to do our morning prep. The show starts in about 32 minutes.
Yeah.
And look, Lisa's going to bring us a cheese biscuit.
All right, Lisa. I'm hoping you got a real fast jet.
We are, but for those of you, I mean, and feel free to stop by. It's not like we care. You can come by 178 West South Winds Drive. 178 West South Winds Drive. That's where we're broadcasting from,
When you
which
pull up in the
also
driveway?
is known as my house.
Yeah.
Or as we like to call it, the Mace Madison Mansion downtown.
Yeah, in the basement.
In the basement, up on top.
Yeah. Top floor, penthouse. It's the only place I know's got a penthouse basement.
We're going to be talking a lot about Call Me today, just to give you, like every other talk show in the whole world.
We don't understand some things.
We don't understand a lot of things, but we shall figure it out as we go
We're
along.
going to get to the bottom of it. Yep.
It's Sneaky Terry. You gotta love cousins, man. They're the best.
They're the best.
They're the
Cousins
best.
are the best.
They're the best.
Yeah. They are the best.
Well,
That's my pop bell. Seeing now.
yeah. Yeah, we instead of just having a long shot of us up, we decided to run some
Pictures.
just run pictures until we're ready to hit the air. But you'll be hearing great music like this today. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I will play it for you.
Over here.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that.
Well, okay. I don't hear it. It ain't going through anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you stopped it?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh man. Well, like I said, I know Dave's gonna try to text in about 15 minutes. Whether his text comes through or not is a big if.
Dave Mack?
Yeah. Because he's the one that texts me. He's just gonna say, "Send me the signal," and I'll just start sending him the signal in a while. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I gotta go make another cup of coffee.
I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper in a regular Dr. Pepper cup, glass, bottle.
See you later, Lisa. You have a great day. She said she had to go get dressed. She's listening to us naked.
Boy, that's got to be something to get you started on the morning. Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'm running out of water.
I saw somebody take a coffee pot like we have at my house, not one of them little single cup things, but they put rice down in the cup where you put your coffee grounds, and they put rice in there, and then they run the hot water through, and it cooked the rice. Then they had a little bowl of rice and some dirty water in the coffee thing. I don't know why they did it.
The end of the bottled water has come upon us.
We will make a store run. I know where that's at. And remind me to stay out the ice cream. Although it's good, my sugar be high.
No.
Oh. Yep.
I can play the drum.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, when he hits them cymbals, you can't hear what.
I know.
It's freaking awful.
Yeah. And I'm right on top of them.
Oh.
And you be looking at me like, you ain't supposed to play there. Well, I don't know. I don't know where we're at. I didn't memorize the whole song to memory. I listened for cues. And I didn't hear them. "7:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time."
Mark Congleton. Hello, Mark. We are just getting ready for today's show. Imagine that. We're going to talk about Comey. Woo. There's something original. We got, I got some sound bites. Like everybody else on the face of the planet. Man, I wanted to talk about something else.
But that's the news.
But that's...
And we are WDNG News Talk. We must talk about the news.
Oh.
And why we might find some things more appealing. It just don't work out. This is important stuff. I'm thinking he made a bad career move when he ticked off the president. That's how I feel about it.
I got my bids, my buffers, my bumpers, and all that good junk ready to go.
You do?
Video clips are ready to go. I need to start running, and I could. I can't because it's going to be HDMI. I could run a line from this computer into the video board over here.
Yeah.
And with this program, I can send it all over here. If I'm gonna end up having to get me a USB interface, is what I'm gonna have to end up doing.
What? Like you put in one and you got 4 outs or something?
Yeah.
I got one of them.
Well, it's a USB interface will take XLR. It'll take all kinds of things, and
I don't think I got one of them.
yeah. We actually sell those.
I don't got one.
Okay, you ain't got one. We got it.
Okay. I can go get one. They got them at Best Buy. I got connections there, by the way. I can probably get us a good deal. Here comes my favorite group coming up right now. Back in the late 60s, they were a good group.
Oh my God.
I know a lot of these people weren't even born in the 60s.
Well, we are 23 minutes away from. Oh! I got to set that clock because that's my main timepiece right there.
The one on there? Or
Yeah, the 6:37:33. Well, that's pretty dang close.
I wouldn't worry a whole lot about it. That's within half a second.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah.
God bless the Walmart clock.
It works.
James Drake is joining. Jim, let me tell you, Valerie is here. She's up and running around.
Didn't fix a snow breakfast.
Well, hang on a second. And if I can get her out here, I will let you see her and talk to her. If I can get her out here. No.
No promises.
Yeah. I will let her know that you are watching and listening.
Where's the Woodland Armory?
Do 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 do. I got another Air Force hat on there in the car. Just to let you guys know, we are streaming live to Facebook and to YouTube all at the same time. I'll tell you this: the YouTube platform is a whole lot better. Facebook is kind of iffy, and it's not the best in the world. There's only so much I can do to fix it from this end. The YouTube platform is a whole lot better. Oh, me. I've got this. Let me see what I got going on here. Do, 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 do. So right now it's 6:45 or 6:40. I'll say it's 6:50.
Well, it's not too hot this morning.
No. And as long as traffic stays down, we can leave that door open.
Good plan, I think.
And Joe, hey buddy, Joe's just tuned in.
Hey, Joe.
We will be cranking up in about 17 minutes. 17 minutes till, actually, we don't come on till 5 after 8. So we got. But, hand me those papers. I printed some prep out the other day. And,
That was a good thing to do.
yeah.
So we'd be prepared.
Well, we're going to talk about that reality winner. And then there's this reporter. Oh, I meant to go through and Mark, did you guys talk about that reporter who got fired for cussing out the police?
Right on national television.
No.
Right on the channel. that she
No.
was on. Right on the. Oh, you talking about? You talking about the one? You're not talking about the one I'm talking about.
Evidently not.
Okay. Well, there was a senator that cursed.
Well, a senator is not a TV reporter, which is what I said.
Yeah. She cursed. I was watching that on Fox News this morning. She cursed it. They bleeped her out. She was talking about the president.
And then we're not talking about the same person again.
Because you're talking about a cop.
Yep.
They do not get a fair shake sometimes. Most of the time.
Fifteen minutes. 15 minutes. Actually, 20 minutes, because we got 5 minutes worth of news.
We've got a pretty busy day today, don't we?
Yep, we do. All right, let's check out our live shot. Go through, there's that one. Here's this one. And we got this one if we need it, which is a stupid shot.
That's tight. That.
Oh, me. Yeah. I will send this over and see if he is going to pick up here.
Bet he does.
He ain't there yet. Oh. Okay, buddy, we are here. Um, I am, I am taking it. We're good on that end. I got, I got cell phone problems this morning. I just got your text, so that surprised me. But if it's okay, that's all I needed to know right there. Thank you, buddy. We will be here at 5 after with bells on. We're killing our sound coming to you.
wants to have
all
fun.
all I know to do is have fun. That's. If I can't have fun, then you know. All right, killing our sound to you, leaving it live on Facebook. So Facebook still should have us. The radio station now does not. I need a Fox News page up where I can get to it readily and easily. Woman's headache turns out to be a spider in her ear. Now, there's a story we will be doing today. You ain't got your laptop, do you? I'd have you researching to see if they voted in North Carolina about the constitutional concealed carry. I've got.
You got too much crap going on all the time. I can do that on the phone.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous. We got.
I can't type like that.
Who is our governor?
Cooper.
Okay. Uh-huh. One, two, one, two, one, two. That's going over there. That sounds good. That's. We gotta close that door. I'm not gonna do that.
The sound you hear is the door going down. It's electric.
Yeah. One, two. Boys. I'm trying to keep my levels down so I don't distort, and it's killing my volume in my headphones.
It is.
We are 1 minute and 50 seconds away from news. Oh. Thirty seconds away from news. Would you turn our lights on? Give us some from up there. It don't matter about.
I'm gonna try something with that.
That's good. I like that. Oh, down. Right there.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do.
And now we ain't got to worry about that green screen. Not gonna try to green screen nothing today. And we are into news. 5 minutes away from airtime. 5 minutes away from airtime. What the heck was that? You got to turn that down.
Oh, well.
Joan. Hey, Joan. And Dave Mack is actually looking. Holy crap. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
We are 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from show start. 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
That won't happen anymore.
Yeah, we're just going to keep a long shot today. Just keep the long shot. Just keep the long shot. Oh, we ain't got the DNG's not lit up. We need more light. The WDNG on our board isn't lit up.
See if this will help. Oop, wrong one.
No. Take it out. I'm getting squealing. I'm getting electrical noise.
Got from that one?
Yeah. Just leaving. Yeah. I'd say put that that lamp over there, if nothing else, or take that thing there and just point it down at it.
Okay.
No, we got it.
I'll just cut on half of it.
Yeah.
Did I do it?
It does, but we can't bring it down.
Okay. Gotcha.
There. Whoa, stop right there. That's perfect.
Perfect. I don't usually get stuff perfect.
Well, it lit it up just the way I needed it to be lit up. We are 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 1 minute and 10 seconds, excuse me. We are at 1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh, yeah.
All right, mic's going hot. We got 30 seconds. So quiet on the set. Get ready. Here we go. Buckle up. It is the Not Quite Right Show. Hi there, gang. News Talk, WDNG 95.1 FM. And we are back after a long, very long week. And, geez, what has been going on in the news? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Let me think. I'm thinking back 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, when a certain FBI director got fired. It was actually my very first show here on WDNG. And I made a crazy, just outlandish statement that he got fired. Why? Because he wasn't doing his job right. And remember all the, and the Comey fiasco has just never has so many resources been used for absolutely no good reason. I mean, like a lot of Americans, I'm not even going to say most Americans, because I'm going to tell you a little story that actually I did because Rusty wanted to know. And I'm going to say a lot of Americans have been watching. I guess when the hearing started on Thursday, there was the audience was huge. But I have found out that, and I'm gonna spit out a number here, and when I spit this number out, just take it for granted. I'm just making it up. Well, I don't know. But of the people I asked, who is Comey, and what do you know about the Comey hearings? I don't know. I don't know. I've heard something about it. Is he that guy? I've heard that. I heard that more than. Is he the guy that? And then they'd get it wrong, most of them. But for those of us who and when I say those of us, not just in the media and the broadcasting and in news and all that good stuff, but those of us who try to stay informed on what's going on, the hearings were actually, I mean, it was kind of like anticlimactic because we knew all along what was going to happen, and I had tons and tons of problems with the testimony. And I guess who is it? Burr is he? Burr is the chairman.
Yeah.
He's the chairman. He is actually a Republican from North Carolina,
Yo.
who is the chairman of the committee. And I had problems from the time he opened his mouth. When Burr started talking, I got to tell you, I had immediate problems with what was being said. And if you missed it, this was Burr when he first started.
Director Comey?
Right there. He didn't
even get started.
He got 2 words out, and I was already going, oh, Alan, jeez. Comey is the director of what? What? I'm sorry.
His own fate.
He is the director of what? He's not even, no. And so that got me off just to start with. It's Mr. Comey. He is a private citizen. He is director of nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing. And I guess like everybody else, I was waiting for something that would shock and awe me, which just never happened. I watched. As a matter of fact, it wasn't long after. I was even texting like Dave Mack and anybody else that would listen to me and go, "Hey man, I've got all this. I'm editing down," and it did. I was just there was nothing. I mean, I guess the biggest story that came out of all that testimony was the only thing that didn't get leaked to the press was that the president was never under investigation, which we already knew that. Because somebody told us, who was it again? Who was it that said that he had been told 3 times that he was not under? Who was that? Oh, it was the president. He had already told us this, and people are just, oh my gosh, you mean he was never under? Oh my goodness, I have listened and watched, and I am convinced. Beyond all that's convincing and all that's right in the world, that the people just don't like president.
Some of them don't.
They just they refuse to listen to the truth. And it's before any of this happened, I was talking with some friends at actually on the waterfront, or not on the waterfront, but at a mall. Not really a mall, it's a strip mall. I went to a store, okay? I was at a store, and I was talking to some friends that were there, and I said, the thing about the testimony is not the testimony itself. Where you're going to have your fun, and you can only do this, ladies and gentlemen, if you take the time to listen for yourself to what's being said, and then listen to the spin that the different news agencies put on it. Now, it's no fun to do this if you haven't actually listened to the testimony. And if you haven't listened to the testimony, then it's on you. Because my gosh, it's out there. You can download it, you can watch it, and if you didn't see it live happening, trust me, you can go to YouTube. You can go. There's links all over everywhere, including I'm sure WDNG, where you can see and hear for yourself exactly what was being said. And then go turn on any newscast, ABC, NBC, CNN, any of them, Fox News, any of them, and you will find somebody that has put a spin on it, and then you can see just how crooked and how wrong the news people are, how the mainstream media has, how in the world can you get out of that testimony that the president has lied to us again, that the president has not been vindicated, that the president needs to be impeached? There was a couple of congressmen even screaming about impeachment the day before the testimony. They were going to get articles, they were on the floor preaching and hollering, we need to impeach, we need to impeach. For what? He has done what? You going to impeach the president for telling you exactly what's going on? You're going to impeach him for telling the truth? You're going to impeach him for doing his job? You're going to impeach him for firing the FBI director who needed to be fired? The man that just, it was just unbelievable. Now, there's a whole lot that came out that kind of shocked me. Like his boss at the time, the director's boss at the time, Comey's boss, was telling him not to call the investigation into Hillary Clinton an investigation. That it's a matter. We're gonna call it the matter. So what's the matter? What's the matter? Oh my gracious! And then they want to they want to accuse the president of impeding justice. What's the term I'm looking for? It just jumped right out of my head. Impeding justice. What? Do you know what I'm trying to think of? The word is exactly. And right now, Dave Mack is shouting it at me. But it just jumped out of my head. Anyway, but they want to say that the president was impeding justice, and when I have no clue where they get this. As a matter of fact, the president told them that he wanted them to investigate his staff. If they were the ones in collusion or having dealings with Russia, which is, oh my gosh, that is just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He wanted to know. He encouraged Comey to investigate it fully. He didn't tell Comey not to investigate them. He said, if it's happening, I want to know. And I don't get it. But then if you watch it on the news, all he wants to do is fire Comey because, well, Comey is investigating the Russia connection, and that's not it, ladies and gentlemen. That is so not it. It is so far from being it. It's not even funny. And like I said, we have a lot of this to get to today. Also, the young lady that has been caught, of course, and is in jail right now for secrets, mailing out secrets to blogs on the internet. Yeah, we're going to talk about her. Miss Winter, reality winner? I don't think so. We are the Not Quite Right Show, and guess what, gang? We're coming right back. We are clear from the radio.
There's Dave on there just looking at it.
I know, indeed. Every time I look over there at the Skype, I see Dave's face looking at me. It scares me.
Looking at us.
He's staring at me.
Dave.
It scares me.
He's not scared looking creature.
Obstruction of justice. That's the term I was looking for. It jumped out of my head. Yeah, we are not using the green screen today. Hello, Facebook. Man, we got a bunch of you guys on there today. It's good. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Really do. Really do. Really do. Lynch. Jack Balance. Hello, Jack Balance. We have coffee. We have 1 minute. News Talk 95.1 WDNG. It is the Not Quite Right show. Hi there. When asked, I forget which one of the senators asked him, well, when the president asks you about the general, why didn't you tell him that that was not appropriate? If you thought it was not appropriate, why didn't you say that? And he goes, and his answer was, well, I didn't think about it. Well, I was uncomfortable. I didn't think about it. The head investigator for the Federal Bureau of Investigation feels like he may be in an area where he might be being asked something that he feels like may not be appropriate. And the term I was looking for earlier, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is obstruction of justice. It left my head. It went where rusty thoughts go when they don't want to be said. But now I thought it out. And he is the and Warner, of course, in the opening statements of the trial. I say trial, it wasn't a trial, it's just a testimony. But in the opening statements, of course, Burr, he ticked me off with his first two words. Director Comey. He ain't the director of nothing. And then the assistant or whatever he's called, Warner, he got his chance to speak. And of course, he wasn't going to let that chance for slamming the president go by unscathed. But he did say something that later on in the testimony of Comey himself, there was so many contradictions in what he said and what Comey said that it was ridiculous. But he did have some things to say that I thought were kind of, like I said, hindsight after you see the testimony and you hear it and then you think about what this guy said.
You've been a straight shooter with this committee and have been willing to speak truth to power.
been a straight shooter and been willing to what? What was that? What was that? He said he was willing to what?
And have been willing to speak truth to power, even at the risk of your own career.
Are you serious?
Well,
Well,
he did risk his career.
I repeat. Whoa. I didn't think about it. Wow. I felt uncomfortable. Yeah. Speak truth to power. The man actually said that.
Yeah.
He said that
He said it. I heard
in
it.
front of everybody.
Everybody.
In front of everybody, this man come out and told Comey he's not afraid to speak truth to power. What does Comey say? I forgot. Lordy, I forgot about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this was Comey's one, or I ain't gonna say one, but all this was a chance for Comey to try to salvage any bit of reputation that he had,
Dignity.
any kind of dignity that he may have had. And the fact, I hadn't even touched on yet, that the boy is a leaker. And when I say the boy's a leaker, I don't mean he's a bedwetter. He may be. He probably is. I don't know. I don't have tape on that.
Yeah.
But he is such a squirrely individual that he takes notes on the president because, in his own words, he wasn't comfortable with what was being said, and he was afraid he might be lied about or lied to. He was uncomfortable with what's being said. However, Lynch, his boss before the president, directly told him to avoid calling it an investigation when it came to Hillary, that it was not an investigation, it was the matter. And he's fine with that. He's fine with misleading everybody on exactly what's going on with Hillary. And he don't feel the need to take notes about those meetings when he's obviously being told to do things that he shouldn't be doing. But, do you think maybe he might have been trying to save some stuff and put some stuff back that later on, maybe possibly he could use against the president of the United States of this America that we come to know and love? Do you think maybe that's even in the realm of possibilities that maybe, just maybe, this conniving scoundrel of a person was thinking to himself, they're going to fire my butt, and I better find something that I can use. And when it comes to and his now, ladies and gentlemen, he said, now this is what he said. That's not what I said. This is what Comey said. He said that he, and I got to hand it to you. When he said this, when he made this statement I'm fixing to tell you, has said a million times, I serve at the pleasure of the mayor. I don't work for the mayor. I serve at the pleasure of the mayor. Well, pretty much that's exactly what Comey said. The FBI director serves at the pleasure of the president. That the president, now this is Comey saying this. I ain't making this up. Comey said the president has the power to fire the FBI director for any reason, anything, or no reason. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, right there is where it all should end. That's it. The president has the power to fire the FBI director.
And he used it.
And he did it. Now, me personally, I've heard this all over the place that he fired him because of the Russian investigation. And was that in the president's mind? Absolutely. I mean, how could it not be in the president's mind when he fired him? Of course it is. Don't be stupid, people. of course, that is going to be in the president's mind. But that's not the entire reason. You got to put everything in perspective in that. And why is it so easy for a normal anybody to see that the president had hired his own director, or not his own director, but attorney general, and he had hired the assistant attorney general, which both are in charge of who? The FBI director. Both of these guys are his boss. Both of these guys send the president a memo detailing the way Comey had handled the investigation into Hillary, saying he needed to go. He got to go. So at that point in time, the president fired him. But the mainstream media has wrapped itself around this. He fired him because he was being investigated. Well, he wasn't being investigated. We know that now. He encouraged the investigation into his people. So that was not the draw for him to do that, for him to fire him. So the only reason that is left that makes any sense as to why the president fired the director of the FBI is a very, 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 very simple one. It's the same reason that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you know, Rusty Mace has been fired before.
Oh,
What?
it happened.
I have been fired. And you know why I was fired?
Ticked off your boss.
I ticked off my boss.
Happens
I
every time.
made the boss mad. We are the Not Quite Right Show. This is News Talk 95.1 WDNG. All right, we are back live on
Break.
Facebook anyway.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our long shot.
Hey, we way out there.
Yeah. Oh. And I am plumb out of coffee. And I don't know if I got enough water over there. I think I got enough for one more cup. I'm going to go make some coffee, y'all.
Feel free to come by and get a cup. Bring your cup.
He's tearing everything up.
My legs don't want to work. I don't know why they don't want to work. They just tired. I don't know what's the fortune. How long break are we on?
5 minutes, we go on at 25 or 35.
Really?
From 35 to 46. And then from 46 to 58. You don't remember squat, do
No,
you?
I don't. That I don't. I don't. I'm glad you do. That's not part of my job, remember? Just so you know. I just agree with you and laugh at your jokes.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Well, hi there. We are 2 minutes and 40 seconds out. Hey, Dave Mac. He's over there on the computer screen over there. We got 45 seconds.
That's all.
That's it. Yeah, buddy, going hot.
Now, I can hear. The center clocks do a good job.
For those of you who don't know, Dirty D's done dirt cheap. News Talk 95.1 WDNG. We are the Not Quite Right Show. Yes, we don't see everything the same way as everybody else, but then again, we don't care. We are amazed and we are thrilled. We have so many listening to us and actually watching us. We appreciate it. We thank you. We know you have choices. We are not the only choice on that radio dial, but by jingo, ding dong it, you guys chose us.
Yeah, thank you.
95.1 News Talk, WDNG. And there's a lot of ways I should go ahead and let you know. A lot of ways that you could tune us in, and probably the easiest and best way to do that is with your radio. And if you can't do that,
No.
if you are, let's say you're gonna take a trip, and you say, "Geez, I sure would like to take you with us, Russ. How can we do that?" Well, I'm gonna tell you. You can get the app, the TuneIn Radio app. And it's a very simple app to use. I know there's a lot of complicated apps out there. I have apps on my phone that I don't know how to use. But the TuneIn Radio app is very, very simple to use. And you can go by WDNGmedia.com. You can go to our Facebook page. You can get links to download it. And then you can tune in great radio like the Mark and Max show every morning. Now, you think I get hot and bothered about some things?
Them boys
Get
Them
serious.
boys get smoking hot.
They get serious about it. I mean, man, it scares me sometimes. I have to go hide in my bedroom and stuff and hide from them. But yeah,
Put
the market back.
covers over my head.
I should say the award winning, because these guys, like I said, I've known Dave Mack and I've known Mark for years, closing in on 20 years for Mark. I've known Dave Mack is probably what 85, 86, 80 something like that. I've known him forever. And these guys, the thing I like about the Mark and Mack show, I mean, it is what it is. You get what you get. These guys are no different away from the microphone than if you're having dinner with them. Everything is they're going to speak their mind. They're going to tell you exactly what they think, and most of the time, they're pretty dead on. Oh my goodness. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the radio show, I got to tell you, now we got some other things that we're going to talk about other than Comey. Not a lot.
Yeah.
But we do have some other things. And just to let you know what some of the things that we have in the works and things that are going on that kind of struck my interest, and for obvious reasons to those who know me, is the 25-year-old contractor that was accused of removing classified material and then emailing it to an online blog. Her name, and I evidently her parents smoked a lot of dope or something, because they named this child. I guess she might have changed her name. I don't know. Reality Winner. Reality Winner, not Winter. Winner, as in oh my
Not
gosh,
loser.
That's right. The opposite thereof. And we're going to talk about that story. I got a little bit of insight on that is kind of cool. And also, I don't know if you saw it or not. It was all over YouTube, and I downloaded the video and I was going to edit it. It is about this TV reporter who was fired after going just ballistic on a police officer. I think I'm trying to remember exactly where this happened at. Her name was what was her name? It was at the Helium Comedy Club, and her name is Colleen Campbell. And I don't know if you saw that video or not. I saw the video. And I said, "Wow," and then I downloaded the video and I gave it to our production staff, and I said, you kind of need to edit out the profanity stuff, because I can't. And then there was nothing left.
Yeah.
I got her saying, "But,"
Yeah.
and furthermore.
Yeah. A lot of lip movement, but
Yeah, and but
can't hear the words.
yeah, we will delve into that a little bit later on. And again, we are talking about Comey, the former director of the FBI, who is not afraid to what?
And have been willing to speak truth to power.
I want to hear that again.
And have been willing to speak truth to power.
Yeah,
even at the risk of your own career.
Yeah. What career? He's willing to speak truth to power, and it has been, like I said, it has dominated the news even before the testimony. And the thing that really gets me is I know I'm not the first person to make this observation by no stretch, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know, because I don't. But the fact that he gave his memos to a professor and leaked them to the press intentionally so a special investigator could be put in place, it tells you a lot about the character of the man. I want to say the biggest problem. It's not. And that's just a bad habit of mine. But a huge problem that has plagued this administration has been the countless leaks that have gone on. I've said it ever since he got in office. I said the one cabinet post that he needs to fill more than anything else is a plumber. The man needs to hire a plumber. Which coincides with this other story about Reality Winner leaks. Ladies and gentlemen, there's laws, out there about this. There is penalties that need to be paid for people who leak confidential, top secret information. Now, I'm not sure if this actually applies to the upper echelon of the FBI, but I know for a fact that FBI agents have to sign I don't know if you call it a waiver or if you call it being in radio, we call it like a non-compete. But you have to sign a document that says that all of your correspondence, not just some of it, your private notes that you make in the course of any investigation or in the course of any kind of FBI activity, whether it be used in court or whether it not be used in court, is the property of the FBI. And that it is not to be given out to the public.
Period.
Period. Along with that is it has its own set of now. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a rule. This isn't what I'm talking about now. Isn't a law. The Congress didn't do this, and of course they've passed laws similar to it, but not exactly that wording.
No.
This is just a regulation for FBI agents that when you take notes, that when you take recordings or notes or anything of that nature, you are not to release them, and you sign a document, and you swear that you won't do that, and and he did that. He did that. You know why he did that?
Guilty.
I'm going to tell you why he did that.
Why?
Well, hang on a second. I got it right here.
Okay.
This is it right here. Because he's a.
And have been willing to speak truth to power, even at the risk of your own career.
He risked it.
Oh my goodness. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I can't understand how the media has come to bat for him, and why people still to this day will still stick up for him and still claim that he is a upright and just guy. The man's a weasel. He's been a weasel. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a weasel.
It's a weasel.
It's a weasel. So, I promise, I'm not going to stay on Comey all day, but there is a lot there that still we need to get to. But there are some other things. Like I said, reality winner, a 24-year-old, I guess, employee who actually was in the Air Force at one time, decided to take secret documents from her place of employment and email them to an online blog. All of that and other stuff coming up after the break. Hi, gang. We are the Not Quite Right Show, and we'll be right back.
A spot with the squawk. I don't. I wished I did have that knack. But you got the knack, Jack. You know what it's about.
Well, and Timothy Rowe has joined in. Yeah, this is the radio show, fellas. For those of you who are on Facebook tuning in now, we are actually live in Anniston, Alabama on WDNG 95.1 FM. And we're just simulcasting this onto Facebook and stuff as we do it. And that right now we are in a commercial break, and that's going to go for another 3-4 minutes. And then we'll be back with more. Because some of the stuff that we're going to be coming up onto is, of course, the reality winner story. Also, if somebody is out there right now in North Carolina that knows about the concealed carry law, whether they were supposed to vote on it Thursday or not, the constitutional concealed carry, if you have any information about that, I've tried to research it and look it up. I couldn't find out whether they voted Thursday or not. If you could type it into the chat box, that would be great.
We want to know.
Yeah.
We have a need to know that. That way I can just start carrying.
hope them grips he orders for that isn't too much. But they shouldn't be more than $40 as max. I don't mind that as long as he gets them and it works. That's a good way to keep that clock up.
Yeah, it is. Now, what do we do here? Go from 10
To 58.50.
to 58.50.
All right, 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Coming out of the stop set in 45 seconds. Going hot. Do 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 do. It is the Not Quite Right Show. Hi, gang. I had to make an adjustment. News Talk 95.1 WDNG. And I would be remiss if I did not say hi to Charlene, who is out in Alaska. So hello, Charlene. We hope your vacation is all that you expected it to be, and I know you've been having fun because I seen the pictures. We are the Not Quite Right Show. And I gotta tell you, friends, so much going on in the news today.
You've been a straight shooter with this committee and have been willing to speak truth to power, even at the risk of your own career.
And his nose grew 16 feet when he said that. It's like Pinocchio up in that place, boy. We are the Not Quite Right Show. We are News Talk 95.1 WDNG. And so many ways you can listen to us. Of course, the TuneIn Radio app. You can go by our website at wdngmedia.com. You can go to our Facebook page, WDNG Media, Facebook / what I just said. You can pick us up right there on my Facebook at Facebook / Rusty Mace. I think that's what it is. A lot of you have already found us there, and we see you guys out there, and we thank you guys for listening. Yes. There's more Comey stuff coming, but I'm going to try to step aside some of that stuff because there's other things going on in the news that have been, not left out, but I hadn't got to get my 2 cents worth in on some of it, so here's my chance, so that's what I'm going to do. Something that is going on, and I'm not really sure about Alabama's state law. And I need to research it, and I will. But something that is going on in North Carolina about the concealed carry laws. There is something called a constitutional concealed carry, which means that if you legally purchase a handgun, a weapon, then you can constitutionally be allowed to carry it concealed. without any kind of permit requirement. Now, am I stating that right?
You're saying it right, but I think that a concealed carry class is a very good class to take.
I tell you exactly where I'm at on this fence. You guys know me. I don't mince words when it comes to the right to bear arms. I am a huge advocate of being able to carry your gun and
However you want to carry it.
however you want to carry it. I believe an open carry is a great law to have. I absolutely adore open carry laws. I carry my weapons concealed. That means I hide that crap.
Me too.
Now, I have a concealed carry permit. I took a class, but then again, my background goes way back further than that. You're talking to somebody, like I said, who has been in the military, who has been a police officer, who has been a sheriff's deputy. I have, for all of my life, been around guns and carried guns, and I love guns. Guns. Now, in this humble opinion, I think a constitutional concealed carry is a bad idea. And I'm going to tell you why.
Boo hiss.
I know, boo hiss. I think before you're allowed to carry a weapon, which it really, in one sense of the word, it's 6 one way, half a dozen another, whether it's concealed or open. I believe a class should be taken. I believe, my word, you've got to take a driving test and you got to get a license to drive a car. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a lot of things in this world that sometimes it's a pain, and sometimes but the payoff for it is a safer gun owner. If you are required to take a class that you have to pass, and first off, you got to know what the law is on when and how you can use that weapon. And you have to prove that you understand the law that applies in your state on how you use that weapon.
It's like a written test.
Yes, you have to take that test.
Yes.
And then, not only that, you have to produce what? Oh, yeah, a weapon.
Yeah.
You have to have your gun.
Yeah.
And you have to prove that you know how to use that gun properly and safely. You have to know how to load the gun and unload the gun, and how to hand somebody a safe weapon, and when a weapon is hot and when a weapon is not hot. And then you actually got to be able to hit what you're shooting at, which is kind of important.
Trying to just scare them off?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
a bad idea.
and to me, before we are allowed to take our weapons out in public, and before we're able to conceal them in public, I feel like that, that knowledge is necessary, that you need to be able to take that class. Yes, there's a cost involved there. I think when I got my concealed carry, it cost me $50 to take the class. You go to class in the morning, you do your class part in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you go to the range. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't some hard range. You're not qualifying for law enforcement on this range, okay? They're not looking to see that you can keep it in the 8 ring at 50 feet or 100 feet. They just want to make sure that you know how to shoot your weapon, and that you have most. In the worst case scenario, if you're going to have to use your weapon, especially in a self-defense type, that is done within 10 feet of the target of who's attacking you. All of this is done in very close proximity, so you're not having to make a 50-yard shot with a handgun.
With a 2-inch barrel.
No, they put you 3 feet in front of a target. You could actually take your gun and poke a hole in the target with a barrel.
You could.
So it's not something that is difficult. But what it does, it gives you knowledge of what the gun does. Gives you knowledge of how the gun feels. It gives you knowledge that you know how to properly load that weapon and unload that weapon. It gives you all the tools that you need to safely carry that weapon. So, with that being, I was not planning on eating up this segment with that, but that's just the way it ran. So, in closing, for this hour, yes, I am such in favor of being able to carry your weapon concealed. That is,
Amen.
to me, is a God-given thing that I think you should. But I also believe you should know how to carry that weapon safely and operate that weapon. So,
Effectively.
yeah. So, whether it's required or not, take the flipping class. All right, here you go.
Yeah. That's fun.
I really wasn't expecting to do that on that segment, but that's the way it ended up.
That's okay. That was a fun one.
All right, hey. We are in the news, and we will stay in the news until 5 after. We are a minute and 30 seconds out. A minute, 30 seconds. One minute out. Oh. Oop. Okay, here we go. Going hot. .1 News Talk, WDNG. It's the Not Quite Right Show. Our last.
Number 2.
Not our last show. It's the last hour.
Last hour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. That's what we're all about, lawbreakers. Breaking the law. And what happens when you break the law, ladies and gentlemen? We have this lovely place. There's several of them located all over the country. They're called jails. Reality Winner is a resident of one of those fine establishments. They do feed you. They give you a place to sleep.
Breaking the law.
Because you
Breaking the law.
You crazy.
Breaking the law.
You went to jail. Reality Winner, 25 years old, Air Force, United States Air Force. This hits home to me. Why? Tell us, Rusty. Why does that hit home? I'm Air Force.
He's Air Force.
I'm Air Force.
Yeah.
And my daughter is Air Force.
She's Air Force.
And it hits home, especially in the career field that this particular girl was in, is one that hits really, 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 really close to home with me. Now, I have heard, for those of you who don't know, Reality Winner is a 24, 25-year-old ex-Air Force senior airman who was working for a private company. The name, let me see if I can find the name of the company. She worked for a contractor in Augusta, Georgia, but did not. Her mother says that she did not know the nature of her daughter's work. Yeah, right.
That's plausible deniability.
Yeah. Yeah. Or whether she was contractor for the NSA. Anyway, she evidently at her workplace decided, and now if you taken a look at her Facebook page or any of her postings, she was very, very, very anti-Trump. She didn't like Trump, didn't want him to be president. Never my president. Not my president was one of her big things. Not my president was one of her big things. And evidently, this young lady had access to top secret documents. She actually printed one out. Now, this I didn't say she was a bright girl, Now she printed one out. Now she's not the only one that printed out this document. There was like 5 or 6 computers in her office that had printed out the same document. But she is the only one who not only printed it out and folded it up and took it home with her,
Bad.
but this poor felonious wench.
Felonious.
Yeah, she emailed it to an online blog.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
not a smart move.
And like I said, the biggest. I said the biggest. I don't know that it's the biggest. To me, it's huge. One of the biggest problems that this administration has faced has been leakers. People leaking things. People that leak. We need a plumber. We need a plumber bad in Washington D.C. But that being said, I have heard it said that, well, maybe she just wasn't aware of what she was doing. Maybe she just thought that people had the right to know. Maybe she's just trying to do a public service.
Public service. Yeah.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm going to digress here because I have personal knowledge of what goes into all of these top secret. I want to say ratings, but not ratings. To get a top secret clearance, what it takes to get a top secret clearance, and there's you can get a confidential clearance, you can get a secret clearance, you can get a top secret clearance, and they all have their own levels of what you can see and what you can do. Now. And when you look at her service record, when you look at the fact that she is a veteran, and she served in the Air Force. She was a senior airman. That's an E4. So evidently she pulled one term. And usually in this career field they make you do 6 years for the career field that she chose because the schooling that it takes to do the job that this girl does or had. The very first school is almost a year long by itself.
Yeah.
And then after that school, you go to something called another school. you go to your first school, and then you go to a technical school, and the training in this job never ends. But before they will let you even go to a regular deployment, you're looking at 2.5 years of straight schooling. So for this job, when you sign up for this job, you sign up for 6 years active duty and then 2 years in the reserve. It can be inactive reserve. It doesn't have to be active reserve, but that's just the way the Air Force does things. Now, in her career in the Air Force, she won. She actually, obviously, the girl knew what she was doing. She got the Air Force Commendation Medal in 2016, and that's not the easiest thing in the world to get your hands on. And she got it for. She distinguished herself by achievements and service. She provided over 1,900 hours of enemy intelligence, exploration, and assisted in geolocating. If you don't know what geolocating is, what it is she says, there they are on the map. That's geolocating. You want to know where they are? This is where, and she gets that by translating from whatever language she has been trained in. And I think in her case, it was Pashto, I believe. I think I read that somewhere. And so you don't get to where she was at by not knowing the rules and by not knowing what you're doing. That being said, she took a top secret document, top secret, and emailed it from her work computer to an online blog.
Wow. Wow.
Not the smartest cookie in the jar. She has been caught and she is in jail. She had her first hearing a day or so ago, and the judge says she's going to stay in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what needs to happen to other leakers. Now, if the thing about it is that that's one document. Now, I feel confident in saying that when they search her home computer and when they search her laptop and when they search her tablet, I feel confident in saying they're going to find a lot more stuff
Yeah.
that she has either already leaked to somebody else or was planning to leak to someone else. And you're saying, Rusty, why would she do that? I would say, follow the money. My advice, follow the money.
the money.
Do you think for an instant that this 25-year-old female decided that America needs to know this, and for no gain whatsoever, and for no other reason than I want to do it, leaked this document to this online blog? No. It is. I think when push comes to shove, I think when this trial comes out, there's going to be somebody somewhere that is going to say, there's a bank account. We found a bank account. It's offshore. It's in some island.
Yeah.
And there's going to be, mark my words, I'm just telling you, there is a lot more to this story than what has come to light so far. I believe that this might actually, and it should, for whatever company she's working for, it should be red flagged. And I believe that there should be a congressional investigation into the whole company. I believe there is something afoot here with Reality Leia Winner,
Yep.
federal contractor with top secret security clearance. I think there's more to this, and we'll find out. Just mark my words. We got more on the way. It's the Not Quite Right Show, WDNG.
It's 140.
I know it is.
Watts.
So Brian Bass has tuned in to our radio show. We are in break right now. Again, for those of you on
We're
Facebook,
breaking.
we are live at WDNG in Anniston, Alabama, and we are in commercial break until 20 after.
Which is another 3 minutes.
And seeing how I could be playing commercials now here, I did not see the use. And by the way, oh yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back on. A little something to hit on. Okay, let me see if I can pull that story up real quick. I want to see the one about the woman with the spider in her ear.
She had a spider in her ear.
Yeah.
That probably ain't good. The headache turns out to be spider living in her ear.
I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't need make this thing.
A large spider.
Colombia and India.
Yeah. That's local.
Do, do.
That's a whole lot more better.
News Talk 95.1 WDNG. 20 minutes after the hour, hi gang. It is the Not Quite Right show. And we are here to inform. We are here to listen to you. Whatever it is that is on your mind, feel free. Let us know. So many ways you can tune us in. You can use the TuneIn radio app. Listen to us from coast to coast. You can check us out on Facebook. You can go to our website, wdngmedia.com. We are the home of the Mark and Mac Show. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is something that you do not want to miss. 5 a.m. weekday mornings. Make your plans now to be a part of that. We have been talking about, of course, the Comey testimony. We have been talking about reality winner. We have been talking about concealed carry permits. We have been talking about a number of things. There is still a number of things to get to, but you can't help yourself when it comes to Comey. I mean, that has just been what's been dominating the news. That's what's been dominating television. And that is what it seems like. It just, there comes a point with me where I go, we said all this stuff weeks ago. Why is it such a surprise to everybody? I
can't figure it.
I don't know. We said it. We've claimed it. Weeks ago we said that he was fired because he didn't do his job, and that's why he was fired. It wasn't because he was investigating the president, because guess what? He wasn't, which is the only thing in all that testimony that wasn't leaked out into the public. We did find out that Comey is a leaker. Now, that concerns me for a number of reasons. The White House has been plagued with more leaks than the Titanic, and I don't understand why it is so hard. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that I know how to fix it, other than hiring a plumber. How to get rid of these leaks. But when it comes to light, that the FBI director is a leaker, and I'm not talking about a bedwetter.
He needs to go.
Oh, well, he's already gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's already gone. But my thought would be, I just don't feel like that's the first thing that Comey ever leaked.
Yeah.
I don't think that little phone call to that professor was the first time he made one of those phone calls. I can't prove it. I don't have any evidence. I got nothing. So that makes me a Democrat.
it.
Just throw out some accusations here. See what sticks.
Man, all this time I had you pegged wrong. I'm sorry.
I'm just.
Does Mama know?
Mama would not be happy with me. No, I mean, now I'm not accusing. No, I'm saying in Rusty's head, this is where how Rusty, nobody else on the face of the planet, don't be emailing Dave Mack and telling him, did you hear what that boy said?
He's a Democrat.
Did you? He said he's a Democrat. Now listen, I'm just saying that for your first leak, I don't think that when it was thought through, as well as this leak was thought through, that it's the first time you've done it. That's all I'm saying. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm right. I am saying that if I was the investigator, I have been, I've got my training in police, and I went through all kinds of investigation classes, and I've done all of that, so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't think that this would have been the first time that he leaked information. I think if someone investigated deeply, they might find out where all these leaks, some of them going to lead right back to him. Now, I did find it amusing that NBC, ABC, CNN, the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, when they started their backpedaling on Thursday after the testimony, and there was ladies and gentlemen, if I hadn't seen so much backpedaling since I went to the circus and the clown was on that little unicycle thing. I mean, it was kind of fun to watch, but there was so much backpedaling going on, and they even said that when they tried to reach the sources that had given them the original information to start with, those sources were unavailable.
Imagine that.
Unavailable for comment on those sources. I don't know why, because Comey is such an upright man.
You've been a straight shooter with this committee and have been willing to speak truth to power.
Those words came out of Warner's mouth.
Truth.
I mean, he actually said that in front of the whole country.
You've been a straight shooter with this committee and have been willing to speak truth to power.
That blows my mind. And that was before he even testified. And this is after Warner had actually just read the memos and the written testimony that, of course, that
He had submitted.
Yeah, he had, and Warner. You speak truth to power. Your boss tells you not to call it an investigation into Hillary Clinton and the emails. It is no longer an investigation. It's a matter. I have been in law enforcement for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I have investigated burglaries. I've investigated car wrecks. I have investigated actually homicides. Okay, I've investigated accidental shootings. I have investigated a lot of things. I have never investigated a matter. A matter. I have investigated a lot of things that needed to be investigated. I have never even seen on a report that
It was a matter.
it was a matter.
Me either.
That's just as. And you want to talk about obstruction of justice? Somebody needs to go to jail over this. Somebody needs to go to jail over this leaking the documents to. I don't care if he called a professor. I don't care if he called. I don't care. Well, first off, he's a coward because he didn't do it himself. He got somebody else to do it for him. So Comey's a coward. We know that. He's a liar. We know that. But somebody needs to go to jail over this. Those were documents that should not have been leaked. At the very least, they should have been classified as confidential. At the very least, confidential. And if it had anything to do with the president and a meeting that went with the president, it should have been at least secret. Maybe not top secret, but at least secret. And ladies and gentlemen, there is and after this next break, we're going to get into it. I talked about it a few weeks ago. There is so much more that goes along with this top secret clearance that you get. That does not give you the all in all. Just because you have the top secret clearance to read a document or to have access to a document does not actually give you that access. Does not actually give you that ability to see that document. There is other things that have to be in place before you are allowed to do that, and we will talk about that coming up in just a few short minutes. Yes, we will. Along with that, don't forget we got a woman from India who took a nap, woke up with a spider in her ear. That's got to be fun. That's gonna be fun. And also we still got the news reporter that got fired for cussing at the police. All of that and more coming up on the Not Quite Right show.
seconds.
Going hot. 30 seconds. Ba-dum-bum. One, two, three, four. One WDNG. It is the Not Quite Right Show. We're getting wild, wild, wild. So come on, join us. Wake the kids. Phone the neighbors. We are live. And yes, I'm not just disappointed in Democrats. I'm disappointed in a bunch of people, especially the chairman of the committee, when he had this to say.
Director Comey, I appreciate your willingness to appear before the committee today, and more importantly, I thank you for your dedicated service and leadership to the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, that was enough just to take me off right to start with. First off, his first two words that he said. What were the first two words that he said? They were...
Director Comey,
Director of what?
Oh, I don't.
I want to know. What's he the director of?
He ain't.
He's the director of what?
He was.
Yeah, he ain't the director of squat.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and that's North Carolina Senator Mr. Burr, who is chairman of the committee, the Intelligence Committee that was listening to the testimony. And like I said, and you guys that know me know when you tick me off at the very start, it's hard for me to listen to anything else you got to say. And so... Yeah. So that's the way that went for me. Then I just started looking for stuff. I mean, I'd say something else stupid. Go ahead. Just say something else stupid, and they did.
Yeah.
Now I got to hand it to a couple of the senators who asked some very, very poignant questions, like the question that was asked when he said that after he had said, "I hope it goes okay for the general." Of course, who had lied, who had already been fired, has anybody ever been prosecuted over a hope? Because they're trying to make that an obstruction of justice. He was hoping that Comey would stop the investigation. Well, hoping isn't saying stop the investigation.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, some of the senators were really on the ball, and a lot of some of the Democrats, man, that they shocked me. Even Chris Dunbar from CNN was on there saying, "Man, this just ain't that wasn't what we wanted to hear." But it is what it is. And so, gang, anyways, we got, like I said, the Comey thing, you're going to be hearing about this for a long time to come. I would be interested in knowing what happened at the 1 o'clock hearing. That would have been the one that I would have liked to hear. That would have been the one that I'd like to have been sitting in going, ask him that again. Get him. That's the one I wanted to hear. But you know why I wasn't?
You were working.
No, I don't have what? The need to know. I don't have the need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have top secret clearance, that does not give you the need to know. Now, here's the problem that I'm seeing with a lot of Americans and a lot of things that are going on, and I hear it all the time in mainstream media. America wants to know. How many times have you heard that? America wants to know. America needs to know. America deserves to know. On some things, you're absolutely right. There are some things that Americans need to know, and there are some things that America wants to know. Now, here is the rub with that, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you want to know, don't give you the need to know. There are some things that we do not need. Can you get that through your heads? Can we all wrap our head around that one concept? That we elect officials, we elect a president, we elect senators, we have intelligence committees, we have generals, we have all kinds of investigators and all kinds of special agents and all kinds of things that are going on that we don't need to know. We may want to know. I definitely would want to know what went on in the 1 o'clock closed door hearing. Do I want to know that? Yeah. But do I need to know it?
No.
So, all right, now let's wrap our head. Just because we are American citizens and because we live in this great, great country, we elect officials to do jobs. We give them the responsibility of doing those jobs. And we hold them to a standard that they're going to do what's right for us, even though we may not know exactly what that is. Does it always work out that way? Absolutely not. Do people take advantage of that? Absolutely they do. Are we, as the American public, do we have the right to know when that goes awry and when that goes backwards? Yes, we do. We have the right. There are laws in place to keep that from happening. There are people in place that are supposed to keep that from happening. And when that breaks down, guess what we get? We get Comey sitting in front of a bunch of senators. We get somebody else sitting in front of a bunch of senators. Now, do we need to know whether he lied or not? Do we need to know or do we want to know? Yeah, we want to know. Do we need to know? In some cases, yes, absolutely we do. Because we have decisions that we have to make as Americans. As American voters, there are some things that we need to know so we can make intelligent and informed decisions. But we do not need to know everything. We don't have the right to know everything. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, if you knew everything, if they told us everything, America would be done in a day. It would be over. It wouldn't be here anymore.
No more.
Because, there are things going on out there in this world that are bad, that are ugly, that are just beyond our comprehension. And those things, we elect officials, and we have organizations like the FBI and the CIA and the intelligence, the NSA, and we have pick any three letters. They're out there somewhere. And we give these guys the authority and the ability to protect us. And when we do that, we also give them a lot of faith and judgment that they will do the right thing. And we also tell them, honestly, we don't want to know.
Yeah.
Don't tell us. And if you're sitting at home or if you're riding around in your car right now and you're thinking, well, Russia, they just tried to influence our election. If you don't think that America has done the exact same thing, then you're just living in a world that you just need to have sunshine and flowers and take a nap.
A fantasy world.
Drink the Kool-Aid. I'm telling you, they have done nothing that we have not as done. And if you think any different, you're just fooling yourself. If you think for an instant that we have not done things like Oh, I don't know, dictators that needed to come out of office, and then all of a sudden, ba-boom,
They ain't there no more.
they ain't there no more.
I don't know what happened.
America, yeah. But see that again, we don't need to know. We don't need to know all the details of everything that happens. Do we want to know? Absolutely. And I'm going to change that up a little bit. I don't even want to know. There are some things
better off.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care to know. I just got to have faith that our and I believe it with all my heart. We have the best government afloat. We have what what the world is looking for. If we, I'm just saying. And boy, how we ain't even got into that subject. But anyway, coming up, I said I'll talk about the woman with took a nap and woke up with a what was it, with a spider in her ear. Oh my goodness, that cannot be good.
Nope.
We got more coming up. We are the Not Quite Right Show. This is News Talk 95.1 WDNG. So much more to come. We got one more segment to go anyway. So hang on. Dave Mack, if you are out there listening still on Facebook, thank you for everything, dude. It's been a rough week. You know that. But it's getting better.
It's getting better.
That's what I'm going to do. Okay.
What?
Nothing. Just hang on. I got an idea.
I'm with you.
Going hot.
I'm ready.
We got a minute. 95.1 WDNG. Of course, it is News Talk 95.1. So thankful that you guys chose to join us because we were falling apart. And you see what I did there? I said, join us because we're falling apart. It's a joke. Well, now we are into our final segment of the day. And I had so many things in front of me. I do. And for those of you who are watching on the broadcast right now that is on Facebook or YouTube, I see I've got, and for those on the radio, you can hear it. I had things.
That's
I
lot of stuff.
I had stuff. I had these things that we were going to get to, but we got a little carried away and other things. But we did cover a lot of things today. But and this is the last segment, so you just got to bear with me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Our last show. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna, for those of you who are actually watching the live streaming broadcast on Facebook right now, you're gonna lose us because we're gonna go to something else on the screen, and you just keep on. Our last broadcast was on our last live broadcast. We weren't live last Saturday. Was on Memorial Day. And if you guys remember correctly, which I do, because I am me and I have a mind like a steel trap, we dedicated that whole show on Memorial Day to our favorite vet, who was my father, Morris Mace. We had said that it would have been great for him to have come over and been live with us that day, which it really, in retrospect, would have been awesome. That evening, after the show, we were called over to my dad's house, and me and my brothers and my sister. My sister wasn't there. We had to call her, and our father passed away 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago now? 2 weeks ago. 10:42, 10:43 in the evening. We were there. It was you say, yeah, we expected it, but no, you don't. No. You just don't. It was a very, very rough week for us. I will say that what made it possible for us to get through it all was the love, was the outpouring from you guys. Yes. The prayers that came pouring in, and the hugs and everything that came pouring into us was just phenomenal. It was it is hard, and it's hard to put into words when you lose your best friend, when you lose the man who has. On our very first show that we were here, we talked about him the very first day. We called him the deacon, the Free Will Baptist deacon, who is responsible for a lot of our views, who shaped our minds, who shaped our spirit, who shaped a lot of things that make us who we are. He is the man that gave us the musical talent that we have. Had it not been for Morris Mace, there would been no Mason Dixon line, or there would be. You got to understand that all of us kids, in one way or another, have always it seems like always played
somewhere,
and we have played in churches, and we have done praise and worship. We have led praise and worship in churches from all over the place. We have gone to bike rallies in Myrtle Beach and all over Daytona, all over the United States, playing Christian music for bikers and just all over the place. And none of that would have been possible or would have even come close to happening without Morris Mace. Morris Mace, our father, who loved his family dearly, who is At the funeral, I got to say, I have been to several funerals over my lifetime. At his funeral, we actually had a cousin from the mountains of North Carolina who had recorded a CD and sent it down. We had one cousin who got up the day of the service and drove 400 miles to come down to his service
And
to turn around to go back to be at work the next day.
Bobby, we love you, buddy.
He was amazing. And the outpouring, the choir loft in the church was completely filled with mountain folk that had come down to sing for my father. Well, this CD that my cousin had made, somebody had just handed it was Mary Lou. One of my cousins has handed it to me. He said, "Look, Adam made it for you. He thought you would enjoy it." And as soon as I got it in my hand, I went and I found a player at the church, and I stuck it in. And at my father's service was my father singing. I don't know if you've ever been to a funeral service where the
Not
guest
like that.
where the guest of honor was singing his own stuff, but it happened at Morris Mace's funeral, and he was singing. If you're ready for this, "I'm my own grandpa."
And he did it good.
He did it was an awesome thing. And I've said all of that to tell you guys that are on Facebook, that are watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook, and that are listening right here on News Talk WDNG 95.1. Thank you. You guys made it possible for us to live through it. The outpouring from our station here and the other employees from WDNG was phenomenal. From the leadership, from the owners down to everybody, it was that. Well, first off, they gave me the time, and they gave us the time to take care of what we had to take care of. They never questioned. They were amazing. Dave Mack, I know you're listening. My personal thanks to you, and of course to Mark. You guys are amazing. You're my friends. You are my heartbeat, and I thank you so much for giving us what you have in this time that we have spent trying to come to grips with the loss of the greatest man I ever knew.
Yeah, he was a good one.
So that being said, we will be back, of course, next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We will be here, and we will be, to trust this, ladies and gentlemen, we will be ever vigilant to be on the lookout for what you need to know. We will cut through the crap and get to the good stuff, and we will tell you the truth as we see it. We are the Not Quite Right Show. Have a good weekend.
Bye.